Hello, hello. I am Bridget Rowe. I am energy. I am powerful, and I am who I say I am. Hello, hi Ruthie. Hi David Jones. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I haven't been on live in a minute, but I decided to come on and share something really quickly with you all. I've been really busy, but juggling so many other things in my physical reality. Hi, Darren. Thank you for joining. And I wanted to talk real quickly about being a victim versus being a creator in the physical reality. And I only talk about things on my channel based upon my knowing and my experience. So when I share this with you, I'm sharing my growth with you, and I'm sharing this with you from the abundance of my heart. Because when we know better and we're conscious of things, we can begin to do better in the physical reality. So, hi, Danae. Thank you for joining. So, really quickly, I wanted to share the difference between being a victim and a creator in the physical reality, how I see it. And so I'm not talking about anybody else in particular. Normally we when we be hearing or talking about, different personalities, different characters of people, we'll start to begin to think about other people. But for the duration of this particular video, how about you think about yourself? Because the universe is really ultimately only going to give you reflection of yourself anyway through other people around you. So let's go and do some self-reflection here. So at the end of the video, maybe somebody, even if it's just one person, because normally the video is only for one or two people anyway. Everybody else is just here, just dangling along, because one or two people are gonna put the conscious effort and do the work to evolve, and maybe those others that was listening, maybe they'll have to listen to it over again. So maybe at the end of this video, that one or two people that decides to make a change in their physical reality with their consciousness and their thoughts can evolve to a higher level. But I wanted to share my take on the victim versus the creator mindset. A victim mindset, and I once was the victim in the physical reality. The victim mindset is always on rinse and repeat. They're under a program and they don't really realize that they're under program of their thoughts. They don't really realize that they are creating their reality through their thoughts, but they're creating a negative one over and over. A victim mindset is just so negative, so doubtful. A victim mindset might be sick, might be broke or broken, might have been a victim of some type of abuse in their past. And from Monday through Friday, they might go to work like a normal person. They might go to work like a normal person. Then when Saturday or Sunday or weekend come, they're doing the same thing over and over, rinse and repeat. Maybe they don't want to leave the house. Maybe they're just complaining or stuck in their problems, in their mindset. And so during that time, the victim, being at their own rinse and repeat, all they do is sit there and think about the trauma. Something that probably happened to them years ago, 1976, for example, when they were abused. They could remember it like it was yesterday. They could remember the screaming. They could remember the blood. They could remember the sheets. They could remember the crying. They could remember their nails scratching against the wall. They could remember vividly the hurt and the pain and the struggle that they went through because they're the victim. And they got to tell everybody, you just don't know what I've been through. You don't know my pain. You don't know my struggle. You were not there. And my heart goes out to the victim because I do consultations all the time. And even while I'm speaking of consultations, moving forward, my consultation is going to be 3 time limit for the same issue. Because I'm not here to take money from the victim and keep the victim where they are. If you're going to have a consultation with me as the victim, in the end, you should come out being the creator. They have people on YouTube or wherever that do consultations. They'll keep on taking your money, but not me. I'm going to give you your money back. I'm going to refund you your money and tell you to go keep on listening to videos. Go download Michael Jackson, The Man in the Mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. I'm starting with The Man in the Mirror. Go listen to that every day until you're no longer the victim again. Because life is about evolving. We all have a story. I wrote a whole book about my story. We all have a story, but it's that pivotal moment in our physical reality where we decide that we're not going to tell the same story anymore, that we're not going to be the victim anymore. We're going to become the creator. Even though the victim is creating, they're creating the same rut. They're creating that rinse and repeat, that broken life every day. But the victim not feeling good though. This life we were supposed to be here having fun as creators and co-creators with source energy. Not feeling every day like the victim, because every night we go to the cosmetic realm and we call this sleep. We go to the grace of God, so to speak. We go back home and we're given a clean slate for the next day. This is why when we wake up the next day, the first 30 seconds before we wake up, we don't remember any of our problems because we're coming back from the source. And so it's like we have a clean canvas. We have a clean canvas and we can draw anything. We can create anything on that canvas for a new beginning. But instead, the victim, they'll pick up that abuse, that hurt, that pain, that sickness, that disease, that struggle, that poverty. But the creator instead has a different mindset. The creator decides to draw something new on their canvas. They might begin to draw the sun shining. They might begin to draw the fact that their body is whole now and things are looking better for them. They might begin to do the work with meditation and self-talk that'll bring them out of the rut of that bottomless pit where their emotions were tied so deep into, and they'll make their emotions less dominant in the negative. And they'll say, well, things are looking better for me. Well, I made it. You know, I'm doing better than I was last year. In an effort to make them feel some type of ease instead of dis-ease, until they get to where they really want to be, in a place of joy and happiness and gratitude and connection with source energy, and knowing things that all the things here in the physical reality are always working out for them. And so this is the difference between the victim and the creator. Both of them are creating with their thoughts. But the victim is under this program that never seems to stop playing over and over and over again. And me being somebody that always attract people that need counseling or need healing. Sometimes I'm just going to be bluntly honest. I'm on a journey too. And sometimes I don't want to talk to none of the victims. I'm just being honest. Sometimes, being that I'm an introverted person, I'll take off my website the consultations. I'll be like, no consultations for the next couple of weeks, because I too need to recharge. I too am energy. And so you get to a moment in your journey where, as for me, I'm talking about me here. As for me, I get to a moment in my journey where I look at the victims and I'm like, my goodness, when are you going to realize? When are you going to realize that you are a co-creator and you are creating your reality to be the same miserable rut? And I'm sharing this with you on a day where there was a victim who I love dearly that's going through so much in their physical reality. But you know, I'm on a journey right now where I am looking at the universe and all things from the eyes of source energy. And what I want you all to realize about this victim and this creator difference is that both of them are still really creators. And looking at the victim versus somebody who is creating their reality in a more positive way, looking at them through the eyes of source energy, here's the thing that I want you to see. According to source energy, all is well. According to from the eyes of source energy, looking at the victim, and through the eyes of source energy, looking at the one that is a co-creator with source, all is well, because that victim is asking, and that victim is receiving everything that he or she wants. They're asking for more abuse, and the blessings of God are yea and amen. So they're getting more abuse. They're asking for a lack because they're thinking about it every day, and the blessings of God are yea and amen. So they're getting more lack. But when you begin in your physical reality consciously monitoring your thoughts, when you begin, and I'm gonna share what I do in my journey, because like I say, I'm on a journey too. If I have a thought that seems like it's low frequency, I'll begin to talk to myself, and I'll be like, Bridget, why are you thinking that stupid stuff right there? That don't even make no sense. That's not about to happen. What is wrong with you? You want that to happen? Fix that. Fix that. And I'll begin to work on the emotion beyond that thought. And I'll begin to make that thought that seems so scary or so depressing, I'll begin to change it and do the opposite and turn it into something that feels good. Because you know what it is? It is your thought and your feeling that is creating everything in this physical reality. Your thought being the electric side of it, and your feeling being the magnetic side of it. So every day, with our thoughts and feelings, we are creating electromagnetic waves of energy that is allowing us to manifest things in this physical reality. And this is why in the biblical text, Jesus, or the parables with the Messiah, it would say, your faith has made you whole. Pretty much how these people and these parables were being healed in that allegory text was according to their thoughts. Because what is faith? What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but the evidence of things not seen through their mind. These people were creating wellness and good health and being able to see for themselves because it was according to their faith. They were turning into creators instead of victims. And this is what I want for the people that to support me and listen to me on my live videos. I want you to turn into creators, co-creators with source energy. That's what this journey is all about. And I understand we all have a story, and nobody here in the physical reality is designed to take away your story. Your story is so purposeful. But your story is supposed to set you up to be a creator. A powerful creator. And when you get to that place in your journey where you're feeling down on yourself, it's okay to feel down sometimes, but you get up from that low point. Only you can get yourself up from that. Sometimes there's some people in the physical reality that like drama, that like being sick seemingly, that like complaining seemingly. Some people like to go to the hospital and call everybody and say, oh, I'm in a hospital. Well, get up out of the hospital. What you doing up in there? What's really going on? We are our healers to ourselves. We are the co-creators in the physical reality for ourselves. And so along the journey, it's a pivotal moment when we realize how we feel really matters. There's this same person that I was telling you all about can never see the good. I shared one little small thing with this person, and they found so many bad, negative things about something that I thought was so beautiful. And I said, oh my, I feel so sorry for you. Maybe this lifetime you won't experience happiness, but you're going to one day get it. But I just wish that I could be around for the day that you get it, to realize you are creating your own rut over and over and over again. I just want to see that happy moment when you realize you're creating, you could create so many beautiful things in your journey instead of so much pain. Because life is not supposed to be miserable. Life is supposed to be joyous. We came here for the thrills and chills and expansion of this journey, of this ride. And you know what? In my physical reality, I've been so good. I get so good with it. I'm not trying to be braggadocious here, but I'm so excited because I can think about something so subtly and let it go. See, that's how you manifest really, really fast. When you think about something so subtly and let it go, and then all of a sudden it show up in your physical reality right then and there. I'll be like, oh, I just created that. And I get really, really excited about that. And I'll be wanting so many other people to see that. But because the victims are underneath the program, well, that kind of stuff only happened to you. Well, things like that don't happen to me. They think it is impossible for them to reach that place. But my understanding is that God reigns on the just as well as the unjust. You don't walk down the street and I'm going to get sunshine, meanwhile, you're going to get a tsunami. It don't work like that. If you monitor your thoughts and monitor your frequency, monitor the things that you're emotional about and the things that you're pondering on every day, you can tweak your thoughts and make them joyous thoughts, and you'll be able to manifest too because your frequency will be so high. And then the universe will realize, wait, hold up. Bridget is in the receiving mode for all her blessings. Bridget's feeling good. Let's give her a little bit more of that feeling good. Uh-oh, Bridget is manifesting things. Let's show her she can manifest more. We all have these capabilities because we are all creators. And then, so when we get to this place in our journey, we're no longer looking or being part of the program. As a creator, we can observe the program. We can observe the program because we're not underneath the program. We're just observing it, and we see other people underneath the program. And we're like, all is well with them. But I really will feel even more excited when they come from underneath the program and realize that they are co-created with source energy. And that is the purpose of me sharing this video with you. Because you too, underneath the sound of my voice, is a co-creator with source energy. And you can be, do, or have anything that you want in this physical reality to manifest and show up. It is a law. It is a law of attraction. And the reason why, including me, that we don't have at this very moment everything that we ask for is because we are not on the frequency of it just yet. But there's nothing wrong with that. There's not a negative right there. Because guess what? We are eternal beings. We have all eternity to reap the blessings of our thoughts, of the things that we have been sowing. This is not the last lifetime for us. It goes on and on and on and on. And until we get it, all is well. But the thing is, a lot of us sleep so long on our blessing that we miss majority of the day. And the sun is shining. The sun is shining and it's a beautiful day. And from my heart to yours, I just want you to see the beauty in the day. I want you to see the goodness of the day and create something in the day. The sun is shining. Why don't you create some flowers to bloom? Why don't you create some abundance? Why don't you create some wellness for yourself? Some joy for yourself? Some thrill, some love, because you are love. You come from love. How are you not experiencing love when you are love? This journey is about overcoming self. And that's the journey I am on. And I'm hopeful you're on a journey like that too, if you're underneath the sound of my voice. Don't be a victim all your life. Like I tell my children, I'm not raising no ducks. You're not gonna be quacking around me. Let's come and do what we came to do. Let's get together and do what we came to do, and that is very, very much creating our reality. Because nobody don't really want to hear the problems. They want to hear that moment when you turn around and tell them how you overcame. You know, remember when we were in church and people used to testify and they'd be like, yeah, because I went through da 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 da. But then God did da 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 da. That'd be the most exciting part of the testimony. How I made it over. That's the good part. I just want to see your good part. Don't be a victim all your life, babe. Darren says there's nothing beyond you making anything happen, good or bad. You're right. Good or bad. Good or bad. We create our reality. Hi, Cammy's blog. Hi, I never seen your name before. Welcome. Bless love to everyone. Thank you all for joining and listening. Hey, Donna, peace and love and light to you all. I started practicing speaking positive over myself today. Yes. And I know better. It just seems easier to think negative. It is. It's easy. And I'm so glad you said that because you're definitely talking to me. It is. And let me tell you something about these thoughts. So there's nothing see this so-called one. There is no one in this boundless universe. Okay. So if you have a thought, there's two sides to a thought, that negative and that positive, right? So that thought is really two thoughts. Now, if you go on that negative, so to speak, side of that thought, a whole gang of other negative thoughts are going to come along with it. Because like I said, there's no one, there's only abundance in this boundless universe. So you start thinking negative about, let's say, my head hurt. And then all of a sudden, I wonder if that's an aneurysm. I wonder if it's a blood clot. And I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling worse. And then all kind of negative thoughts are just come and just bombard you over that one little, I think I had a headache kind of thought. And so it goes into a spiral. And this is why, like people that's having a rough life, so to speak, and then they don't have no money, and maybe they're walking down the street and they don't know how they're gonna make it. Then they think, okay, I'm broke, and they see a grocery store or something, a person with a cash register, and they're like, well, I just need to go up in there and steal something. No, I'm not gonna steal. I'm just gonna rob. And next thing you know, they all kind of crazy thoughts. Now they locked up in jail, and it just happens so fast. They'll say because that gang of negative thoughts ran up on them and they became this chaotic person that they really wasn't in the beginning. But they let that one negative thought consume them because it grows and it keeps growing. We're in this boundless universe of abundance. But the opposite of that is true also. If you begin to think of that positive, you can get yourself out of that rut. I think I feel like I have a headache today, but if you turn that around and turn that into, maybe I'm just thirsty. I'm going to just go get me something to drink right quick. And, this water feels or tastes really, really hydrating going down. And I'm going to just go ahead and take a nap because I didn't get much sleep last night. And maybe that'll make me feel better. If you get into the positive instead of falling into the negative, the same is true. All of those positive thoughts come to you and you begin to feel better. You begin to even heal your own self because this is an immunity booster when you begin to be a co-creator now. It's a beautiful thing. This is how we learn how to be healers with ourselves. And we learn all of these things from meditating, from being still and knowing that I am God and that I am connected to source. And a lot of people during consultation, they really don't understand the whole of meditating. If you could at least just put your hand on your heart and lay down on your back in the bed And with your hand on your heart, you're working with that magnetic field of energy of your feelings. And with your hands on your heart, you just think about what feels good to you, what lies near to your heart, and just begin to call those things forth. And you could just begin to say, I love such and such with your hands on your heart. And so now you said, I love such and such. So the thought of that person or that thing is going to come to your mind. There go your electric, because your thoughts are electric. And so your hand is on your heart. Now you are thinking. So you have your magnetic and your electric form of energy, the electromagnetic form of energy, and you just milk it. So you're thinking, I'll think about something. I love my children. So I'm laying in my bed and my hands are on my heart. And I say, I love my children. And so I'll begin to ask myself, why? Why do I love my children? So now, because I asked myself a question, I'm stimulating thought here. Well, I love my children because they are my reason. I love that they are on a journey too. I love that they are conscious beings. I love that they remind me of their father. I love that they are men. I love that they're growing into being young men. I love to know that they love me. I love to see them smile. I love to see them happy. I love to see them excelling in life. I love to see that they are learning this thing called co-creating. I love to see when they manifest. I love to see that because I know that they too are God. I love that they're black. I love that they love their natural hair. I love that when they go out with their friends, they are respected. I love that they respect others. I love everything about them. I like their skin. I like their build. I like the fact that they are handsome. I like the fact that they're doing well in school. I like the fact that they know that they can be, do, or have everything that they want in the physical reality. I like the fact that I am still young and they are growing with me. I love everything about them. I love how the universe is yielding to them everything that their heart is desiring. I love the fact that they could come to me and they could tell me the desires of their heart and their secrets. I love the fact that they can be vulnerable with me. I love the fact that they have a relationship with their mother. Ooh, I kind of got caught up into that. But you get caught up into yours. You find the thing that you love by putting your hand on your heart and say, I love such and such. And then the key to it after that is asking yourself, why? So you can stimulate the thought. And that alone is going to get you into a place where you begin to feel good. You cannot not feel good when you're talking about the things that you love. You cannot not feel good when you're singing a song. Sometimes you could just sing a song. If you don't want to do the meditation, you could get your favorite song. I like the song by Pharrell that says, it's called Happy. I listen to that song about 20, 30 times sometimes, back to back. And I just dance while I'm cleaning up my house. I like that song by John Legend that says, he calls it So High. I like that song. I believe it's Angie Stone, Black Brother, because I love me some black men. And anything that I love, I'll just listen to that type of song, that type of music to get me on that love frequency. Because we have to remember, to the core of who we are and what we are, we stem from God. And God is the most powerful form of love that there is. We are love. And when we get on that love frequency, that is equivalent to meditation, by listening to music, by putting our hands on our heart and just laying in the bed, by dancing, by singing, whatever it takes for you to get on the love frequency and the acceptance frequency, to forget about your problems just for a little while. Even if you just begin to just sit outside and just thank the universe for the birds in the sky, for the sun, for the grass, for the dogs, for the caterpillar, for the lizard. That's being grateful. And you know, in religion, they say when praises go up, blessings come down. That's the receiving mode from source energy. These are some of the things that I do. And then you can YouTube, sometimes you could YouTube affirmations that you can listen to. You can create your own affirmations depending on what it is that you're going through. You're finding yourself with lack of money? Well, I am cash. I am revenue. I am bonds. I am savings. I am wealth. I am prosperity. I am goodness. Because we, we are the all. We are the thing that makes this universe what it is. So that's some of the things that you can do to begin to be in love with life. And so when you get to that place in your journey, is you almost get to this point of knowing where, how could I want something when I already feel like I have it? How could I want money when I already feel like I'm revenue? How could I want it? And so that is a beautiful place to be, because you don't want to be on the frequency where you want money. Because what you're telling the universe is you're lacking money. You want to be on the frequency where I am revenue. And so the universe is saying, oh, send her more of this revenue. Because she's on the revenue frequency. This is why the rich get richer and the poor get poor, because the rich man not worried about no more revenue. He's not worried about losing money because he already feel abundant. All of this has to do with the thoughts, with your mind, with creating your reality. We sit on what they call it, Instagram, Facebook, and go through the thread, and we waste precious time sometimes. And I have pulled away from that so much. We waste precious time when at that beautiful moment we can be worried about the way that we feel instead of being on our lunch break or on our 15-minute break strolling through a thread that is really meaningless. We can gather our thoughts for those 15 minutes and make peace within ourselves, because how we feel matters. How we feel is so important. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at these comments. I just really wanted to share that with you all. Let's see. I started practicing speaking positive with myself, peace and light. Hey, Donna, I'm not sure if I call your names. Donna, thank you. Thank you for being here. Beautiful, beloved. Thank you, Ruthie. Thank you, Darren, for joining me tonight. That's really all. Thank you, I needed to hear is good. I'm glad it was able to help somebody. That's really all that I had for you all. Increase your frequency. Remember, you are a creator, a co-creator with source energy. There's great love here for you. Don't be a victim all of your life, baby. It's okay if you're a victim right now, because in the eyes of source energy, all is well with you as a victim. But keep in mind, victim, you are recreating over and over and over those negative thoughts that you dwell upon, that you've been reprogramming yourself, that you are familiar with. It is time for you to tap into something unfamiliar. It is time for you to observe the program and get from underneath it and create a beautiful reality for yourself. From my heart to yours, be blessed.